Well. That was interesting. Yeah. Not sure what happened there. My PC just flat out killed itself, just completely restarted out of nowhere. So, I have no idea what done that. So I'm going to do two things, and Farm's going to start to do that for some reason, where it stops allowing me to minimize things. I'm just going to bring up a task manager, so I can watch my resources as I play. I can't imagine Farming Simulator attacks the processor more than, like, encoding would. Well, same with the GPU, really. Oh, but I saved it a while. Yeah, thank God I didn't lose everything. That's something, but it's been definitely lost a little bit there, haven't I? Could have been worse. Could have been worse. But yeah, that's frustrating. I can't remember the last time I had a game crash. There's a mod that saves the game every 5 minutes. That's going on the list of me for things to check out after this. Because holy moly, I need that. FS17 mod autosave. Specs, I have a i7-3770K, so it's a kind of old i7, but it's still an i7, so it's still relatively kick-ass. It's overclocked a little bit to 4.3 gig actually. I said it was 4.1 earlier in the stream, but it's 4.3 gig. But I've did like a huge amount of stress testing with it, and like I say, I also did you know, all the encoding I do absolutely smashes the crap out of the CPU and the GPU. So if that doesn't cause the PC to crash, then nothing should really. So yeah, I have i7-3770K, 16 gig of RAM at some sort of speed. It's taking a while to load, isn't it? Is that concerning? Probably. It's hammering the disk. And I have got a pretty new 1080 Ti hybrid cooled thing. So that should all be fine, you'd have thought, wouldn't you? Did I not see in the options? Oh no, that's what I saw. Wasn't sort of some sort of autosave thing. Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely have to get that the next time. So where are we? Oh, I've not even finished doing that field. Right, yeah, because I had to start him going and then carry on doing the... I just started sowing last time, hadn't I? Right, okay. Yes, yes. Hybrid cooled. It has a little fan on the GPU itself, which cools down the voltage regulators, I think. And then it also has... like the main cooler is a water-cooled radiator that comes off. So it's one of those all-in-one water cooler. So it's just like two pipes that come off of the graphics card. Goes to a 120mm radiator that sits at the back of my case. And cools the graphics card through water cooling. So it's not quite as good as a full-on custom water loop. But it's a lot cooler than a standard... oh, it really is. Like when I was looking into getting a graphics card, and I was going to get a whole new PC, then I decided I couldn't afford a whole new PC, so what I'd do instead was I'd buy just a graphics card and a monitor, and I just threw lots of money at that instead. And I think, like, on average, I think like the 1080 Ti runs at something like 70 or 80 degrees, particularly if you like overclock it a little bit, which I haven't done, but it does seem to overclock itself a little bit. And I barely see mine, even when I'm doing relatively intensive things, barely even cracks 50 degrees. And like I was saying earlier, that's with where the heatsink is at the back of the case. It's got the CPU cooler here, so the CPU cooler pushes hot air straight into the heatsink. And it still just barely even breaks 50 degrees. It's amazing, really is. And I wouldn't have thought Farming Sim would make much impact on it. Looking at my task manager now, it's chewing a little bit of disk, but nothing insane. And that shouldn't make any issues apart from, well, if the disk was dying, because it's not on the primary disk, it's on a secondary, what's on a triple E? What's the word for 3, which is like secondary disk. So if the disk is dying, the game might crash, but everything else should be fine. And the CPU is running at 50%. Which is a fair amount, but again, it shouldn't be enough to cause it any issues whatsoever. No worries, Andy. Have fun. Stirring away. Alright, so then. So for anyone that does come to watch this later on, because obviously I have lost a couple of viewers who just went when the stream crashed or my PC crashed. Apologies for the crash, don't know what caused it. I'll have a bit of a look into it later on, but these are the way things go. So what are we at now? 20, can't quite see the clock. About 10:15 is that? So we should at the very least be able to get back up to where we were, shouldn't we? If nothing else. May as well speed time up a little bit, just so we can get some lovely daylight. So, what's looking from the map, looking all over the place. Dave is, what, doing his third to last pass, I'm about to guess. But we know he should be able to, he's not going to be able to do it that filling up, is he? We saw that before. Let's take a look at him. Yeah, 62. Did me going to him stop him from... He's still going. Why did his icon not have a D on it anymore? Yeah, see, there's just a yellow icon up there now. Oh, there we go. Now it's a D. Right, so I'm going to hire someone to take over that for me. We're going to go and empty out the harvester of its current load. Make sure it doesn't fill up. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. Oop, there we go. Yeah, no worries, Jack. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thank you for... Well, thank you for getting involved. It's always nice when someone actually gets involved and has a bit of a chat and asks some random question and throws out some insanely awesome random facts. Hopefully I'll see you next week as well. Have a good day at school tomorrow. And thank you very much to, I think that was Laszlo, I think I saw a pop up there saying subscribe. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Always hugely appreciated, of course. Whoa. What's the whoa? Is your curry done something amazing? No worries, Jack. See you next time. The name that just popped up, I use something called Streamlabs, which pops up. It's just explaining. It's something called Streamlabs, which is a alert system. So basically, I use a program called OBS to do the streaming, and it's what I use for recording as well. And so in OBS, you can set different inputs and outputs to record. So obviously, I set the display to record, I set the audio to record, I set the microphone to record. And you can also point it at browser objects. So Streamlabs basically sends out, you connect it to your Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and then you can connect to various web pages which display different, didn't want to do that, display different things. So the bars at the top, the subscriber bars, I don't know, I'm pointing up there, that's where they are for me, that's not where they are for you, they're up there for you. So the bars at the top and the two alert boxes, one on the left for YouTube, one on the right for Twitch, come from something called Streamlabs. So when someone subscribes or does anything else which is particularly generous, it'll pop up a little thing saying, diddling, so-and-so was subscribed or whatever. Or join the colony, because I changed the default text. And how is the world of visual effects treating you, Andy, sir? Yeah, it looks nice. They use the Google band of fonts that like Google have like free for available for APIs and stuff. And luckily there was a font which has the sort of typewriter feel, which is very similar to the font I use for my channel anyway. So that works out quite well. Ooh, we just hit a 24-hour period, and that cost us $4 grand, $5 grand, no, $4 grand. Where did 5 come from? It cost us $4 grand in monies, which has put us firmly in the hole now. So that's not great. A little bit way, a little bit woo. Well, that's alright. Could be worse then, I guess. That's what you're saying. Oh, really? That's awesome. So do you get to see like the whole film in its kind of unfinished state, or do you just get the very particular bits that you're working on? Sorry to hear. Oh, the money. Right, yes. That confused me. Wondered what happened to me then. I can imagine they would be. Imagine they'd be quite particular about what they want, how they want it done, and the time frame they would like it in. Can you plough in reverse? No, if you go backwards, they don't do what they're supposed to do. That applies to all of the tools. If you reverse whilst you're seeding, it also doesn't work. I imagine maybe things like The fertilizing would work just because you turn that on and it's on and it sprays. It doesn't matter what direction you go in. So they might work in reverse, but the rest of them don't. Oh, really? And do you have the willpower to... What happened there? I think I pulled a wheelie over that bump there and couldn't control the thing. So do you have the willpower to try and avoid those scripts, or do you have a sneaky little peek? That'll do. You crack on. Ah, okay. So you're very good about it then. I think I would be okay. I think I'd be okay with that. I think I could resist the temptation. The fiancé, on the other hand, is pretty bad at stuff like that. Like if we started watching a new series, I'm sure pretty much every series she watches, she goes out and just reads immediately everything that's going on. She's definitely done it a couple of times and tried to pass off like everything's a surprise to her. Oh, oh. I guess overall you kind of know what's going to happen in the films anyway. So not too many spoilers involved. Yeah. It winds me right up. Ah, so this is where you came back from cooking the curry last time, Andy, because I was just dropping the trailer off and you complimented my immense parking skills. Right then, so we changed over to canola. Over to canola. So let's get this going. Lower and go. Yeah, I wasn't even going to consider asking you for any details. I assume to be under fairly strict NDAs for such things. Ah, missed a little bit there. Tuck that in and overlap the next bit. I think that's what we'll do. I think the fiancé must be in the bathroom or watching downstairs, because she's just told me that she may read occasionally, but she doesn't pretend that she hasn't, and she definitely did once. Can't remember what it was, but that definitely happened once. Tried to pass off that she hadn't seen something or read something which we knew, or that we were about to watch. What time is it now? It's probably about 11 o'clock again. About another half hour or so. I'd very much love to do more, but probably to sort a little bit of stuff afterwards and then get to bed ready for work tomorrow. Unfortunately, a daily grind. Maybe, haven't quite decided yet. Haven't decided yet. I'm thinking the week after I'll probably do something that's Halloween related, which would be awesome because, you know, I don't scare easy, so that'll be fun. So I'm thinking I'll do something Halloween related the week after. So maybe not worth starting off something entirely new next week, so I might do Farming Sim again. Did you have any particular suggestions? Or objections, should I say, I guess? I am really loving Farming Simulator at the moment, so it's hard for me to think of anything else. So much I want to do. Haven't even bought another field yet. I feel like I'm miles behind. Well, let's assume I'm going to do Farming Sim next week. It's like I say, I'm just loving it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it floats my boat. So what about suggestions for the Halloween stream then? Because it will be the first, so it'll be very close, close enough. I could try and get the chat working in Oculus in the VR and do Alien Isolation maybe. That's an option. I've missed loads of little patches there, that's terrible. No matter, we shall crack on. Did you see the Oculus Connect 4 announcements where they're going to redesign like the home interface, whatever they called it? Yeah, I thought you'd be okay with Alien Isolation. Yeah, they're actually going to support running applications. You tune in anyway. Running applications within Oculus Home like as standard. And they said that you'll be able to run them within games as well. So that'd be like native support for things like the Restream chat, so I can see the chat window and stuff in game. I know there are third-party apps for it, but yeah, that's really cool. They're going to do that sort of thing natively. And just a new UI in general would be nice. Like they said, the UI as it is was developed for gamepad because they weren't expecting to have to do touch quite as quickly as they did. And now that they have, let's slow time down. Oh, other way. Oops. So yeah, they're going to design a proper like touch-enabled interface, which would be awesome. And like the customizable home environment as well, so you can put down things. But it's nice, but I'm not so bothered about that. But a good UI. Oh. Yes, please. Scooby-Doo. You suggesting I dress as Scooby-Doo for Halloween? Or I play Scooby-Doo? When was the last Scooby-Doo game out? I remember playing one on, I think the Commodore 64 there was one, where you played little Scrappy-Doo jumping around. That was obviously some time ago. See you later, Andy. Hope the work with Marvel goes well. Say hey to the missus and enjoy your curry later on. Cheers, mate. You too. Oh, always press the V there. Oh, just noticed that our helper is a J, which, based on Jack's suggestion earlier of naming our helpers after the channel supporters, is going to be Jack. Yeah, next time we'll definitely have the, I say definitely, we're going to have enough money, the cultivator sower, which will be lovely. I haven't seen the new one, but I have watched the old one, and I don't believe it's all that different. Is there an Oculus game for it? Is there really? I did not know that was a thing. I'll definitely have to check that out. Not sure how I missed that either. Wow. Well, let's just get that going automatically for a moment. We'll check in on our sheep, see how they're doing. How are we doing here? Lots of soybeans we didn't change it over. Do you convert? Do I convert what? Do I convert what into what? So many questions. 115 wool now. Awesome. Just 105 hours until our next sheep arrives. Cleanliness is dropping a bit, so we do have to worry about that. But I'm not too sure how to deal with that, so guess that's something to worry about at a later date. Ah, mods. No, at the moment I am running... Why isn't that working? Because it's not lowered. I'm running vanilla for the moment. I am planning on getting some mods up and running. Particularly, I'm going to be running the auto-save every 5 minutes mod because the game crashed earlier. I must say the game. My PC crashed earlier. And I lost not too much because I did manage to save prior to that, but either way it's still frustrating. So what does the convert mod do? Or is it more of a general thing you're referring to? I've not heard of convert. The only one I really know offhand is Courseplay, which I used a lot in 15. Which I used a lot in 15. Having the ability to hire workers somewhat negates the need for it, not entirely. They can't go and sell goods or anything like that, which was very useful in 15. So Jack's almost done in his field, which is awesome. Once he's done, we can get this guy going automatically and go grab the fertilizer. Start that going on both fields. Where is he? Oh, I see him. Maybe his last pass coming down there? It's hard to tell from here. And we are still many, many pounds in the dirt. Euros, not pounds. Oh, and I didn't turn it off that time, did I? I just raised it. Oh, that's okay. It still stops it from utilising seed. Still counts. Don't think we're going to have enough to finish this field off, are we? Where's Jack? What's he up to? He really can't be far off his last pass now, can he? So, I'm going to go and fill this cedar up. Yeah, that's his last run there, so I'll fill this up. Get this one going automatically. And then start fertilising with the other tractor. Other tractor. Jack's completed his task, which is awesome. Good job, Jack. Not on the field. Right, let's get him going. Let's go grab this other tractor. And then start fertilising the fields. Time we fertilise them, we should be able to move him over to seed this one. And then we might just have enough time to go and buy a front loader. And a pallet fork. And see about selling our first little load of wool as well. Of course the fertilizer's all over here because I smashed it over there the tractor earlier. Well, that's quite empty as well, isn't it? Probably going to have to fill that up as well. That's a bit of a pain because that's going to cost us a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of money that's going to cost. You can indeed, Panda, you can indeed. That only applies to Farming Simulator 17. It didn't work in 15. It's a new feature. So you can hire them to work fields to do certain tasks. So they can seed, cultivate, plough. I don't think they can fertilise, and they can harvest. But it's very useful. As I sort of briefly touched on before, it kind of takes away a little bit the need to have course play, which was a mod where you can automate pretty much any task in the game. So course play, you could automate everything. You could also automate fertilizing, you could automate the collection of goods from a harvester as it was in progress. You could tell them to go sell certain things. You could really do everything with it. It was amazing. So it's not quite as good as that, but it's a very good stopgap. I haven't got my beacons on. What am I playing at? Is that going to be too far? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There we go. Ooh, very much on the edge of that, weren't we? This seems okay. Oh, no, again on the edge. It's good that I'm getting that close each time, but it'd be nice if I didn't miss stuff. Right. I'll try not to get in his way as well. Don't want to mess up the seeding. So let's let him go first. And if we jump in out here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, son. Right. Let's go get the other field done. Oop, I'm bound a bit too far. Bit wiggly. Straightened up in the end, perfect. Must be fairly close to the edge there. But still, I'm not going to complain that I've got it perfect. And then there should be an easy 3 pass then. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. The origin of my YouTube name. This comes up quite a lot, actually. Excuse me. So my surname is Mansfield, and back in school there were a few people with the same first name, so I ended up being called Mansfield quite a lot. And because people are lazy, Mansfield often got shortened to Mance. Which I originally spelt as M-A-N-C-E, but someday, for some reason, someone spelt it M-A-N-T-Z. So from that day on, I spelled it M-A-N-T-Z. Sheep! We're going to go... No, we can't afford a pallet. Sell stuff! So yeah, so people call me Mance a lot, or Mansfield. So when I was coming up with a channel name, I don't really know how I came from Mance to Man of the Ants. But I did, and I felt very proud of myself when I did, as well. Like, annoyingly so. Like, I thought it was really clever. So yeah, there you go. That's where Man of the Ants comes from. Doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but that's why I'm called Man of the Ants. So we are going to sell this to the vegetable warehouse for slightly more than the mill. How far is the vegetable warehouse? Where's the mill? Might be worth doing the mill, mightn't it? Nope, we'll do the vegetable warehouse. Go with maximum profit. R. No, bean. What am I doing? Soybean, go. Yeah, I was quite happy with it. I really was. It seemed very... One of the first things I did when I came up with the name was I googled Man of the Ants to see if that name had been used anywhere else. Because if it's used anywhere else, then obviously it's completely pointless. So it was... Oop, wrong way. Seems to be relatively unique. Obviously it fit quite well with what I already call myself, which was quite nice. And yeah, just seemed to fit quite well, really. Quite liked it. Liked everything about it. It worked out well. If I wasn't going to call myself that, I don't know what I'd have gone for. I don't know what my second option... If I googled it and there was already someone called Man of the Ants, I don't know what my second option would have been. I don't know what would have been ended up being called. Yeah, dug ourselves in a bit of a hole here with this 11,000 euros worth of debt that we've got. We've got a lot of canola, a lot of soybean in the old silo. It's not going to get us a huge amount of money. And at the end of each day, it's going to cost us about 4 grand. So we might get this next harvest just before then. We won't have to buy any more fertilizer. We should be fine for that. Helper F has completed their task. Awesome. Don't think we have an F, do we? No, we don't have an F. So are you already a fan of the channel, Panda, or did you just find it through the stream this evening? Okay, that's about 14 grand per load. Well, there we go, 14, almost 15 grand per load. And we've got one more load. That's all we've got. Okay, that's better than nothing. That'll put us up to about 18, 19 grand. Can't complain at that. So we'll do that. I will buy the... Will I buy? Have I got enough money to buy? Gonna have to, I guess. In fact, what I suppose we should do is we should go down and see if we can clean up the sheep pen before that gets too dirty. May as well finish that off. Awesome, well I'm glad you're enjoying them. So do you know what the first series you watched was? Or even better question, what's your favourite series so far? Well, that's fine. I mean, if you had that, it'd be impressive. I don't think there's anyone alive who's seen all of my videos apart from me. Oh really? Planet Coaster? Oh, that's interesting. I really love Planet Coaster. It's not exactly my most popular of series, so you're the first person I know of that's found the channel. Gone the wrong way again. Found the channel through Planet Coaster. That's awesome. That's almost done now, which is It's going to be a shame, really, when I run out of scenarios for that, run out of career mode scenarios. I thought they were going to introduce more with the last 1.4 update, but they didn't. So we've got the one I'm working on at the moment, and then 2 more scenarios, and that's it. End of career mode. And what a road that'll have been. So I think what? I think the main series got up to like 44 episodes. And this one's up to like what, 17 now, something like that. So yeah, it's over 60 episodes of Planet Coaster. It's a lot. It was also the first thing I ever did on the channel, which you're probably aware of. But yeah, the first thing I ever did on the channel was Planet Coaster. And it's still going now, months later. Really, to what part? The number of videos or the fact it was the first ever one? Right, nice bit of positive income for once, which is lovely. So if we wanted to do this... Oh yeah, it's insane. That's why I kind of split the main career mode out from the DLC ones, so that it didn't look quite as intimidating. So that's going to be, I imagine the 5.4 would fit this one. We'd have to experiment though to make sure. And then 800. So that's going to be a good chunk of our money just on that. So we might have to wait for that. Don't think we're in any massive rush, are we? I think the, yeah, only up to 5% will, so that's fine. Yeah, we really need to deal with that cleanliness. So let's do that. Let's see if we can deal with the cleanliness, see if we can figure that out. And I might have to call it there. What time is it? Yeah, it's basically 11 o'clock. So let's clean the sheep up. So let's... Oh, hang on. Wait. It's done that thing again. Let's just check to make sure that's actually fertilised. It did last time. It's just been a bit weird about it. Yeah, it has been fertilised. Okay. So we need to go and change this. We'll change this to soy. And we'll get this dude trucking along. So I think I was up to 17 last time, wasn't I? I think. See if I can check on my phone quickly. We've probably got at least another 5 left, I'd have thought. We're on 20. Blimey, we're on 20. We've got probably at least another 5 left. It's probably averages around 2 per object or 2 per scenario, I thought, at least. Apart from the very rare one which I smash out in one. I think that happened once though, so probably can't base much on that. So yeah, that'll take it up to 25. So by the time it's finished, it will probably be over 70 episodes long in total, if you include the original career mode and then the career mode extras. And whilst I aim for half hour with my videos, and I very rarely hit it, Planet Coaster does tend to be a bit longer than most. So it's got to be at least 45 minutes each. So that's what? That's going to be 35, 50 hours? 50 odd hours? That's going to be 50 odd hours of Planet Coaster videos in that one series. Not including the time I spent, I don't know if you saw the one where it's the main career mode scenarios and it was the last one, or the last two. And I had to build a really tricky coaster and I actually ended up doing it off camera. And I spent hours on that alone. So that would probably take up to about 55, 60 hours of gameplay I've recorded in total for the series. Which is insane really when you think about it. Still going just about, just going to go and clean up my sheep. And I think I'm probably going to have to call it there. That was a quick journey, Andy. You do eat late, don't you? Thought that last time. Do you and the missus have particularly, like, do you start quite late in the day? Is that what it is? Quite lazy. Oh, what happened there? In Norway they do. Oh, tractors don't drive fast on the main road. Wonder what that meant for a second. How fast do tractors go in Norway? I didn't know that was an Argentinian thing. Yeah, I couldn't do that with my missus. She'd be in bed long before then. So it's just stuff on the ground, isn't it? So if I... That's what I'm working on now. So all those little patches on the grass, or on the ground, the patches of grass on the ground, is what I should say. I think that's what we need to clean up. So I think we can do it with our loader here. So if I line up and then lower it and turn the bugger on. Oh, look at my cute little sheep. I think we should just be able to drive over it like that. Yeah, we can. Awesome. So one little bit we missed. So let's swing back and try and get that. That'll do it. That'll do it. And then if we check... Not that. That. No, still not clean. Why aren't you clean? How do I clean you? I thought you just had to do that little bit there. Like it a bit spicy, do you, Andy? Or do you not like it a bit spicy and you've done yourself a mischief? I've got the water tank. Is that what you mean, Panda? This thing here. Matt P's joined the YouTube colony. Awesome. Thank you very much, Matt. That's very much appreciated. Really, really is. Still 44%. Hi, Matt. How's it going? I noticed you subbed. Yes, thank you very much. That's awesome. Spicy all the way, but not too mad. I like a nice spicy curry. I do. But I went to an Indian restaurant once. Well, good day to you. You my first Alabamian? Something like that? Should work. What, just moving out of the way, you think? That causing the problem? I went to an Indian restaurant once and I had a vindaloo. And I like a vindaloo. You know, I've eaten many vindaloos and not had any problem with it whatsoever. Look at my sheep. Look at my sheep. Asked for a vindaloo and the waiter looked at me and went, how hot do you want it? I was like, oh no, like hot, you know, like vindaloo. And he gave me another look and kind of went, really? I was like, yeah, mate, I'll have a vindaloo, please. That's what I asked for, that's what I'll have. And that thing kicked the shit out of me. It really did. I was with my girlfriend at the time, so I was trying to pretend I was all manly. And like, oh, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Just sweating. Couldn't feel my mouth. Horrible. Be cleaner. Be cleaner. How do I make you cleaner? I can't see anything else around that would be causing it to be dirty. Unless it's under there. That doesn't make any sense. Is it the fact that I've just picked the grass up and left it nearby, maybe? Ah, yeah, I'm usually alright with it. But that vindaloo, whew. And I just couldn't taste anything for about, 3 hours afterwards. Now, it's not on the menu, then you've already we've already made a mistake, really, haven't you? And did you? Oh, clean up, you sons of bitches. In more ways than one. I tried to handbrake around that then. I literally just pressed space and tried to do a handbrake turn around that water tank. Crazy. Well, yeah, I can't see anything else. I might have to read up on how that's supposed to work then. I've left a few tyre tracks around there now, haven't I? Alright then. Well, that's probably around time for me to call it a day there. When you start trying to do handbrake turns around water tanks in your tractor, it's probably gone a little bit too far, hasn't it? So what I'll do is I'll just drive the tractor back to the farm so it's ready for next time. How's my matey doing? Sowing his seed, he's fine. Ooh. Exactly, yeah. Go park it up, make the place look tidy. Put my lights on. Apologies to Matt, who's just joined in, that I'll be leaving so soon. Honestly, mate, nothing to do with you. It's just reached that time in the evening for me here. I will. I didn't add that to my list of things to check. I made a list of things that people have mentioned throughout the evening that I have to check out. So let's put in it Try and drive at the same time. Drive at the same time. I'm fine. It Float VR. Yeah, not something that I was aware even existed, so I'll definitely give that a go. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. Evening, Evan. How's it going? Unfortunately, Evan, I am just about to leave for the evening, so not the most opportune time, I'm afraid, to join. Hopefully, Matt, next time you can join in a little bit sooner. See a bit more of the stream. That'd be awesome. If not, there are plenty of videos on the channel for you to check out, and plenty more on the way as well. Does seem to happen every time. No, don't be sorry, Evan. Don't be sorry at all. Not a problem at all. Happy you made it in the slightest, to be honest, but I am unfortunately about to leave now, so I am sorry. The apologies are all on me. Wish I could stay around a bit longer, but it's getting a bit late in the evening for me now. Do try and join next week, as Andy said, a few hours earlier if you can. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, like we say, (1 PM Central). What would that be? It'd be like 7 or 8 here, I think, wouldn't it? Something like that. So around the same sort of time generally I start. Awesome. Thank you, Evan. I will accept that momentarily as soon as I am out of the game. Well, I'll have to go say goodnight to the girlfriend first, but I will deal with that afterwards. Oh, did we have an E? Are you going to make the lists? Oh, we didn't. Congratulations, Evan. Congratulations, Evan. What I've been doing is when you hire a helper in Farming Simulator, it gives them a letter. Helper ABC, blah, blah, blah. So I've been naming them after people who have been talking in the channels. And we don't have an E yet, so you are now going to be the worker on my farm whenever an E pops up. You are Worker Evan. So thank you very much. Andy, you already made the list, of course. Needed the A. It was mentioned just after you left earlier. So you are Worker Andy on the farm. Congratulations. Multiple jobs. Man of many talents. What did I just say, Andy? What did I just say? Give me a chance. Give me a chance to explain myself. Yeah, it's I'm an hour behind you, Panda, so it's 10 past 11 here. So it's not too late, but it's late enough. And yeah, I gotta go work tomorrow, so I need to go get ready and sort stuff out and get all this sorted out. Alright then, quick check of this. Sheep still filthy. Filthy sheep. Filthy, filthy sheep. We have got not much left in stock at all, do we, really? Almost finished sowing those seeds over there. So we'll have to see how that goes. What else would you... I've got no reason not to, Evan. No reason not to. I do tend to be... I don't really play much outside of the VR stuff. So when I play, I do tend to be recording. But yeah, if I'm not recording, then absolutely, yeah. You know, send me a message. See what I'm up to. Did I dump my load on them? On the sheep, I dumped 2 loads on them. A solid load and a watery load. Liquid load. 2 sorts of loads. Loads all over the place. So yeah, have to try and get those harvested next time. Get some money from the sheep. Oh, blimey. Panda, you need to go to bed, Panda. Jesus. What are you playing at? Like 5.5 hours of sleep left. What are you going to do? Evan's joined the colony. Awesome. Thank you very much, Evan. That's fantastic. You joined the colony and my farm workforce. What more could you ask for in a single evening? Wow. Well, I'm going to go then. Thank you to everyone who has joined me this evening. It's been a lot of fun, as always. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed conversing with all of you. Stop it, Andy. Stop encouraging them. I will see you next week, hopefully, 6 PM UK time, whatever that works out to you. So Panda, that's going to be 7 PM for you. Andy, that's whenever you start making your food. Do I play multiplayer? Not as much as I'd like, I'd say. I do some multiplayer games on the Rift, so I'll be playing a lot of From Other Suns when that comes out, that sort of thing. I did a bit of Star Trek, that sort of thing. I will be doing some multiplayer farming simulator at some point in the near future. Looking forward to doing that. Aside from that, I don't get too much time to play games. Not as much as I would like. Doing the channel and videos and streaming and stuff takes up quite a lot of my time these days, unfortunately. So, yeah. Not as much time to play the other games that I used to have in my life quite a bit. But I certainly do try to fit in a little bit. So, you know, if you are playing something, let me know and I'll see what I can do. There are no promises. Because like I say, I do get caught up quite a lot. But, yeah, I'm always up. Always worth a try. Always worth a little try. Have a little go. Have a little go. Have a little try. Anyway, thank you again to everyone that's joined me. Thank you to everyone who has already left for the evening. Jack and Big Ben in particular, who were a lot of fun throughout the evening. A lot of random facts. Thank you for that if you ever see this little bit at the end. The rest of you, I will see you next week, hopefully. If I don't see you next week, then do check out some of the videos on the channel. As and when they pop up, check out some of the old series. Why not? Have some fun. Got some time to kill, watch some videos, click some like buttons, subscribe to the channel, do all of those awesome things. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, I'll see you next week at 6 PM. Thank you very much for you all joining me here this evening. Kind of phrased that a bit weird, didn't I? Oh well.